Welcome back, everyone, to an exciting episode of Kicking It with Gab and Chooch.
I'm Gab.
I am Chooch, and today we're here to recap match week 17, looking to week 18, because guess what? It's right here already.
Yep. Never ends right now. Never ends.
Yeah,
Gonna start off with our awards, jump into the recap, then hit the preview, and that, and then we're gonna try the same type of game, but we're gonna do the guess the baller, just the guess the baller. The other ones were extremely hard, took a lot of time. We're gonna go guess the baller only this time. For the awards, who's your banger or goal of the week? We haven't seen bangers in a couple of weeks, I feel like.
We have the same goal of the week, the kudos first goal. It was a nice clean shot outside the box, bottom right corner, clean, effortless.
Yeah, definitely. Kudos for sure. He also got my star boy of the week. Would have been Foden if he didn't give up the pen. Played insane in the midfield again, center in the cam position. But yeah, definitely that pen just changed everything for City. Last seconds, awful. But Phil Foden played great, but kudos, definitely he's been killing it. And this week, yeah, I mean, he did what it took to get the win, and he was a huge part. So he gets my star boy of the week. What about you, Ivan?
I'm going to give it to Lewis Miley. Scores his first Premier League goal, beating Fulham. You know, the dude, he's the youngest player to score in the Premier League now. He's showing it.
Yeah, for sure. He's been getting the start with all the injuries they have, and I mean, he's been good. It's not an easy thing to do to come in the Premier League and be good all the time. I mean, there's speculation that it's the easiest league to play in, but I mean, you could see both sides of it. You could say that, somewhat to any league, but for sure, I mean, he's been playing well. I definitely have a little honorable mention, Richarlison, for sure. He's been playing well. We'll talk about him here in a second once we get to our recap. Our Friday was Forest versus Tottenham.
No surprise there, I would say.
Yeah. Tottenham took the win 2-0. I did think that Forest, I did watch the game, Forest, they had a lot of chances to score, didn't, and Tottenham just took advantage. I mean, that's what they always do. Richarlison has been playing fantastic lately, been scoring goals every week so far, last 2 weeks, and he's on a hot streak right now, so for sure, he could be a big part of what they're missing while James Maddison is out, who should be coming back here pretty soon. So we'll see shortly. Saturday, we had Bournemouth-Luton. That match got abandoned. That was the Tom Lockyer suffered cardiac arrest. And as of yesterday, Luton tweeted that he was still in the hospital. That's the second time that has happened to him in the past
we saw
year.
it in the playoff game last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Saw it again, the way he just collapsed, A lot of people trying to bring, certain politics into it, but at the end of the day, as long as the guy's okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hate to see. Looks like I'm not too sure what's gonna happen with those points or whatnot. But we'll see if it gets rescheduled or whatnot. It does say, at the time abandoned, but we'll see if it comes into effect later. It could just be a reschedule. Chelsea versus Sheffield. Chelsea take the 2-0 win with Enzo on the bench, and Nkunku makes his first appearance to the field. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see. Seeing Chelsea played really well without Enzo. I feel like.
I felt like we played the same way with or without, very flat at times. A lot of possession, a whole lot of moving the ball. Just took a while to get the goal. Took the second half, but it's just Cole Palmer stepped up again, goal and an assist. He's been phenomenal. Love that guy.
The assist was a bit weird because
Yeah,
You
we
noticed
all thought it was offside.
everyone on
Everyone
the
thought
field thought it was offside. Cole Palmer was like, "I'm just gonna play it," and
Nico
Nico Jackson
Jackson,
was like, "I'm just gonna shoot
easiest
it."
goal. He
Yeah,
could have scored. Easy
for real.
tap in. Um, it's interesting to see. Pochettino said that Nkuku should play at least 20 minutes. So against Newcastle. So it's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah, we will see for sure. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. We have the Chelsea Sheffield game. Me and Ivan went early to a bar. The quality was a bit bad, so still trying to fix that, and we'll post that on probably on like a YouTube short when we get a chance. But yeah, I mean the next game was
Small
City
crowd.
Palace going on at the same time, 2-2. City definitely dominated the game. Still only come up with the draw. I mean, it's just been that type of month for City.
Rico Lewis
Um,
scored. That's given.
Rico Lewis did get hit a goal, yeah. Phil Foden got the assist to Jack Grealish, who doesn't score very often. But yeah, I mean, Olise got the pen, and then there was another goal. The first goal was a pretty solid goal. Second goal, I mean, clear pen. Unfortunately, it looked like Phil Foden didn't even see how fast the defender was coming at him at the time, and then he just unfortunately kicked the ball, and his probably hurt himself quite a bit, and then the striker as well. But yeah, I mean, shouts to Crystal Palace. I mean, that was a tough game. But we'll start to see, hopefully, City come back. I mean, in all this time, they've still managed to stay in the top four. I mean, they're only 5 points off first, and 4 points off second. So, still a lot of time to go. Barely getting here to this midway point of the
Yeah,
season.
barely halfway. Yeah,
Yeah, and Kevin De Bruyne is coming back. He's
new
back in
hairdo.
training for the Club World Cup. He's got the new hairdo. We'll see if that stays. I don't know if that's gonna stay, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be insane to see him. Holland's still out. Uh, yeah, I don't know. We're not sure how long Holland's gonna be out. I didn't see him in the training video, but so I assume he will not be playing on Tuesday, and then we'll see where he goes from then. But yeah, we do get the weekend off because of the Tuesday game in Saudi Arabia. So you won't see us till next Saturday, I think. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let's see here. The next game would be Newcastle Fulham, which Newcastle absolutely dominated that game.
Good bounce back for them, especially after crashing out.
Yeah, and Fulham been red
Chambers
hot, but
taste of
yeah,
reality.
unfortunately. Yeah, I mean Fulham, they're a mid-level or mid-table club right now, 11th place, just below Chelsea. But yeah, they've won the last 3 games before that by spectacular fashion. But yeah, I mean that was quite a run from them for sure. You'll see Newcastle, I think, going into this next week too. I mean, they're gonna have a stretch of good weeks, and then they're gonna lose to a team they shouldn't lose to, and then they're gonna lose to a big club, and then it feels like it's all the same with Newcastle. They definitely need to do something during the transfer window to get back to that Champions League spot for sure. But yeah, I mean, hats off to them for going 3-0, and like you said, Miley scored that goal. I'm pretty sure his brother plays for the team too, but he doesn't play that often, I don't think. Um, then we got Burnley Everton. Everton just proving their quality once and once again.
They're surviving.
They're pulling themselves back in it. They're in 16th right now, only 3 points off of 12th. So, I mean, 4 spots, and you're only 2 spots behind Chelsea, which if they had not got the point deduction, they'd be sitting in 9th. No, they'd be sitting in 10th. They'd be sitting in 10th by goal differential. But yeah, I mean, they've been playing really, really well. Burnley, I mean, it's not much to say there.
Disappointment.
Bottom, yeah, they're the survivors still. Let's see. That was the last game of the day for the Saturday. But yeah, I mean, poor Burnley. We'll see. Like he's been saying, company. If he's past
Beckham.
Christmas, it looks like he's gonna go past Christmas so far. Shoot, freaking the only coach that's on the hot seat really like to lose their job any day is Steve Cooper of Nottingham Forest. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I do
everyone
know
else seems like
Spirito's
they're gonna make it past.
Spirito's being linked already to
Yeah, yeah.
them, so
Yeah,
it
but
sounds
I
like
mean,
a
that's the
possibility.
same as like. But at the same time, okay, their coaches are being linked to Manchester United already, but they were really gonna fire Steve Cooper if he lost the game against Wolves, which they ended up drawing. But it seems like the fans like him. It seems like the players like him. I mean,
It's
just
tough though.
yeah. I mean, the team's had a lot of injuries this year too. I mean, there's only so much a coach can do, without the quality of their first teamers in there. But I do think, like I've always been hypocritical, I guess, of Steve Cooper not playing Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs White, and
Along.
Alonga at the same time. I think that's their three best players on the field, and I think Alonga is really I think he's really a scoring threat in a different type of way. I think he's in the right places at the right times, but I think the only real quality they have up top, like playing balls in, especially making something happen off the wing, is Hudson-Odoi. I mean, his passing ability is unreal. He can cross the ball in. He can hit those spectacular shots like we all seen in his debut. Um, I mean, he can make all the right decisions, in my opinion. Gibbs White, I think, can make all the right decisions as well. And I mean, if you play him at the cam role, it's just, to me, it makes more
I
sense.
feel yeah, that's definitely his best spot.
Yeah, you'll have Hudson-Odoi, and they've been playing him on the right. They've been playing Hudson-Odoi on the right. But I think his best position is the left. I think Along on the right, Gibbs White in the middle, and then whoever they have up top. I think Christian Wood just came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's they have a lot of chances. They have a lot of chances to win. I don't think they're horrible. Sangare has done well playing in the midfield at times. At times he's just seemed, like a normal player, but still, I mean, they have quality for sure. Unfortunately, Matt Turner got the start and absolutely folded.
Yeah.
Um, that's tough. That's tough. The grease keeper, I can't remember his name or how to pronounce his name, but you know, finally gets the rest, and then Matt Turner comes in, gives away an easy goal to Kulusevski. But yeah, let's see, where were we at? Sunday, uh, Arsenal, Brighton. Arsenal with the 2-0 win. I feel like we've been talking about it the last couple of weeks. I mean, Brighton is just trying to survive in the top half of the table right now with the amount of injuries they have. Key players for sure too. It's not necessarily, a lot of squads go through injuries, and they're not always the key players. Like Chelsea have like Maduik right now on injury, Fofana right now injury. Like they do have a lot of players injured,
My whole starting
but
11 injured.
a team like Brighton too, for sure. I mean, that have they've been in the top five for quite a while. Majority of the first half of the season, and then with all these injuries, you see them really, really dropping. Still quite a point differential away from Chelsea with 4 points, but I mean, yeah, they're definitely struggling right now. João Pedro has been playing insane though. I thought Matoma's been really, really quiet this year for sure.
Yeah.
Hasn't really filled up the stat sheet per se, and hasn't really been scoring timely goals. But I mean, he still plays well, and with everything they got right now, they haven't had the chance to put their top starters all in the same time. Ansu Fati plugging him in, Evan Ferguson at the same time. Evan Ferguson's been playing on the bench a lot, but yeah, I mean, just disappointment right now so far. But I'm sure at some point they'll find themselves back in the top 7.
They'll probably
But
focus more on Europe, I think. They're
yeah,
still in the competition.
yeah,
I can
for
see them
sure.
trying to make a run in that, especially, if you have a chance to win silverware, you gotta take it.
Yeah, for sure. And I put them in my top 5 this season. I put them and Aston Villa in my top 5. But yeah, I mean Brighton's the first to fall off. Hopefully Villa don't, but we'll see. um, the next one was Brentford Villa. Villa escaped with the 2-1 win. They had a big stretch of dominance, but I think we mentioned it last week too. I mean, Brentford, when they play a big club, they just come to play. And, they did really well. And, at the same time, Villa could have very easily, folded the game away by such as City did. In a game like that's 2-1, I mean, one mistake can make the game. We saw it with Phil Foden, but, Villa just found a way to hang on. We got West Ham and Wolves, 3-0 West Ham. That one was probably a little bit of a shocker to me, just in the sense where I thought Wolves were going to play well. I thought, they go up against a semi-decent club, and usually they play really well. They're grinding wins out or draws out. They're just kind of a grit and grind team. Kudus
Played
continues an
good.
amazing run for sure.
Paqueta played
Jared
really
Bowen.
good. Hat trick of
Yeah, but
assists.
Paqueta played unreal. Team of the week for sure. Jared Bowen gets another one, and all these guys in the Golden Boot race are catching up to Holland while he's out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, so the game of the week, I mean, it was still good.
Board
It
of
was
the
still
week.
good.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I thought it was still
It
good.
was a
They had a
decent
lot of
game.
chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they just didn't come up on them. I felt like Hoyland was a big disappointment that game. He had a couple of chances where I feel like he really could have just taken some better shots, or even
How many
he
goals?
ended up
How many
getting
goals?
not getting the shot up. 0 in the competition this season. Halfway through, that is
Pretty disappointing.
definitely quite a disappointment. 17 matches in, you don't get one goal. Yeah, it's a bit tough. That game goes 0-0 with the draw, and then it does not look too great for Liverpool, hosting Arsenal this upcoming week. So we'll see. Liverpool are always dangerous, and Arsenal, I don't know. I feel like
They're
Liverpool has,
Arsenal's doing enough
yeah.
to keep in there. They're scraping by. You know,
Liverpool have big game players, in my opinion.
Mo
Like they
Salah.
always show up. They always show up.
It was disappointing from Liverpool attacking aspect. They should have scored 2, 3 goals. Onana against the big six clubs decides to show up, but against everybody else,
Yeah,
he's rubbish.
yeah, that's for sure. No, yeah, but I do think, yeah, I mean, I think this was, I don't know. I mean, to me, this isn't as big of a game. I mean, it was game of the week, but in my opinion, like, Liverpool are far less concerned by United than they are Arsenal or Manchester City or Tottenham right now.
True,
So
but
I
if
wouldn't.
they're gonna compete on the table, they
I
gotta
no,
scrape by.
right, but I'm just saying,
You
like,
know,
I feel like in every game of the season that Liverpool have played a big club or played in a big match, Trent comes through, Mo Salah comes through, or Van Dijk comes through, but this one, I mean, no one just happened to come through, but for a majority of the season, I feel like they have, and I think, against Arsenal, they very well could, and I think, they could take first if it comes to it. But yeah, I mean, realistically, Liverpool are just that team that's hanging around. You don't hear too much hype on them. You don't hear anything too bad about them. They're just hanging around, and they're challenging for first for sure. I do think they are legit contenders. Let's take a look.
recap the
Move
table.
in. Yeah, let's take a look at the table with how it is right now. Arsenal are sitting at 39 points. 39. Their next matchup is with Liverpool at Anfield. Villa sitting at 38 with Liverpool as well. Villa have an easy one at Sheffield, you would think. City. City's a tougher one. They don't play this weekend. They don't play until next weekend, which is just because of the Club World Cup, but it makes it makes the timeline of the standings weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be off for a
Yeah,
bit,
they're gonna have like a game in hand, basically.
which hopefully works in their favor to catch up.
Yeah. Their next game is against Everton 2 weeks. Or no, not this weekend, not Tuesday, but the weekend after that. Not next week then. Tottenham, their next game is Everton. Tottenham are sitting at 33 points, only 1 point behind Man City, and 3 points would put them above. And if Man City somehow draw or lose, but they could overtake Man City this weekend for sure. Just because we said how that scheduling points is going to be off. Newcastle sitting at 29, Manchester United sitting at 28, West Ham 27, Brighton 26, and then a decently gap between Chelsea and Brighton of 4 points. The survivors down there, Sheffield with 8 still going up against Villa, Burnley at 8 still, Luton at 9 still. Forest are really falling into that dangerous zone with 14 still. Everton, they're climbing their way. They were at 19th. I think they were even at 20th at one point with the point deduction the first week. Palace just staying by 2. I mean, that draw was huge. They would have been, Everton would have jumped them for 15th already had they not got the draw. But yeah, I mean, a lot of teams surviving. Everton's really the only one I'm not worried about. Could see Forest, could see it. I just think those bottom 3 are so bad that I don't know if anyone's going to touch them. I mean, Luton have the chance. They do have the chance. They're close. Burnley have the chance. Sheffield have the chance. But to me, Luton is the only one from what I've seen them play that really has a chance to not get relegated. Chong has experience. Like, Ross Barkley has experience. Like, they play well. And they play well against good teams, too.
Play
It's
with a
just,
lot of heart as well.
yeah, they don't have just enough, though.
Yeah.
But Nottingham, I mean, have been insanely disappointing. Palace have been insanely disappointing, but somehow, I mean, they've got enough quality. You definitely don't want to see, in my opinion, like a Forest or a Palace drop down to relegation because they have a lot of talent. And it'd be weird. Like, where would these players go? Like freaking Hudson Odoi, like, literally joined Forest because like he felt that was the right place. Like, he liked Steve Cooper, he liked the players there that were there, and like to make that big decision, feel like he's home, and then next thing you know, you're relegated, so you want to find another club to stay in the Premier League. Like, that's just so weird. Olise and Eze have been there forever, and it's like, if they have to find another club, Guehi, top class center back.
Anderson, center back as well.
Yeah. You would just hate to see them, have to find another place to move on to. But yeah, I mean, let's take a look at let's preview. Let's go to the Golden Boot race real quick, just because it's been getting tighter. Mo Salah in second with 11, chasing Erling Haaland's 14, was not played last 2 weeks. Competition. Jared Bowen nicks another one, gets 10th. And then Heung-min Son is staying at 10. Solanke has been coming up. He's been playing insanely well. Ollie Watkins got one. Hwang Hee-chan has not scored in the last week and a half of competition. Nico Jackson got one to move up. And that's it. I mean, it's relatively the same in the top 10 there. But Solanke has made a huge jump in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, those top 3 or 4 have been staying quite honest for a while. It's Pedro Neto still sitting at number 1 in assists, tied with Kieran Trippier and Mo Salah. He hasn't played in over a month. I mean, I really think that goes to show like his quality. I think that it's time. Like, he signed a deal, I guess, with Wolves or whatever. They don't want him to leave in January. Apparently, he doesn't want to leave in January. But I mean, his quality, it belongs at a top
Wolves,
club.
yeah,
it's better than Wolves. Shoot, I mean, a guy like a player like that, I mean, of course, a big club will want him. But I mean, to me, he could go to somewhere like a Newcastle, somewhere like a West Ham, a Brighton. I don't think a Chelsea would take him, but even a Villa could take him. I mean, Villa have insane winger talent, in my opinion. Uh, or he could just go elsewhere. He could go out of England. I mean, a lot of La Liga teams might want him. I mean, he's really good. He's really good. Yeah, and I mean, he should be moving up for sure. Let's take a look. Thursday. Thursday is the first game of the week. That will be Palace and Brighton. What do you think, Ivan?
What do I think?
That's at
Palace, Brighton,
Palace.
Crystal Palace. Hopefully they come off that game against Man City, tying them last minute. Take advantage of Brighton while they're down. Definitely.
Definitely.
I need to see more of Elise. He's kind of he's been kind of quiet. He's coming back from injury. He's still easing his way back in. But I just want to see more. He's definitely quality. We bring it up all the time that he should be playing at a bigger club than Palace, and rightfully
He
so.
rem- yeah, he reminds me of like a Zaha who never got out in time.
Yeah, learn from
Like,
Zaha and leave while you
yeah,
can.
like
Zaha
even
wastes
like
so much
Saint
time.
Maximin, like just yeah. I mean, definitely something. I never understand those players. I mean, but I'm sure it is about the money. Like they're comfortable where they're at, don't really care about winning. Um, you know, so we'll see. But yeah, definitely, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Brighton still. Maybe like 2-1. Brighton are still, I think, good enough to win that game. Palace, just timely, and one mistake from City, I feel like cost them that goal or cost them that game. Uh, then that's the only game on Thursday. Friday we would have Villa and Sheffield. That's at Villa Park. Should be holding up to record, undefeated at home. I think Villa take it very easily.
5-0.
5-0.
Or
Yeah,
some. I
maybe,
think they're gonna batter them. It's gonna be
maybe,
a different.
maybe.
It's gonna be a game of Aston Villa just trying to break down that defense. We saw it against Brentford. Um, they. It was a different Villa just watching them. Control the game with possession. We're not used to seeing that. We're used to seeing them on the counter. So hopefully,
Yeah,
um,
freaking. I think that's where Leon Bailey's been shining. Like he
yeah,
plays really well on the wing and the box, and
crossing the ball in, getting that
yeah,
assist.
yeah. But yeah, it's been weird. Diaby's been substitute. Mm, not as much. I mean, there's speed. Leon Bailey's got speed, that's for sure. But it's just a different type of attack from that side, I guess. Um, Saturday we have West Ham and United. That's at West Ham in London Stadium. Ten Hag drew the game with Liverpool. Maybe it's good for him, in my opinion. They said they'd consider moving on if they got thrashed like they did last time, but I don't know. Uh, I couldn't tell you what those guys over there were thinking. In my opinion, it's time. It's time.
I'm
But
one same boat. But this game could be interesting. This could has potential
yeah,
to be a really good game. Just
West
if
Ham
we
are in
if
good
we,
form
we
too.
see Kudus, Paqueta, that connection. Paqueta, his ball movement in that game was so insane. When I think the third goal, he was almost like he was playing like a false nine type. He went down for the ball, quick 1-2, and boom, goal.
Yeah,
He looked really good.
yeah. He's got to go somewhere too. I think.
Man City.
City, come on, bring him.
Bro, I saw a rumor. Man City are gonna go all out for Conor Gallagher. My heart sank.
Hey,
He would
honestly
fit
though,
perfectly in that team.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Okay, imagine you have him and Rodri. That's crazy. And De Bruyne. Oh my god. Oh, poor Phil Foden. He's gonna lose his spot. No, but really, I think. Yeah, I mean, I saw that rumor too. Um, there's a lot of ways. I mean, City
Stick
could
to my
go, but
stomach, buddy.
honestly, I mean, City could take any player, I think, and make them better. But you need the players that are willing. Like
Conor Gallagher has that mentality. He
I
was
mean,
insane
yeah, but is
against
he gonna be
Sheffield.
okay not playing?
No,
Because
he'll
really,
fight his way to
yeah, but
start.
really, every player on the Man City team, minus Holland, has had to fight their way into a starting position every single week. Like, okay, and I'd say Bernardo Silva too, but Bernardo Silva was older, so I'm sure he doesn't mind the rest sometimes. But like Phil Foden has, last season was not, he wasn't always starting. Jack Grealish is losing his spot to Doku like now. I mean, he's still fighting to get back in, and that's only because Doku's out right now, or else I'm sure Julian Alvarez was fighting for a spot, got the spot. Now, it seems he's lost it. Rico Lewis fought his spot in now, cut one or two bad games, he's lost it. Akanji was playing really well, lost it for a little bit. Now he's back, but John Stones is still trying to fight his way into the team. Ake barely got back into the team, even though I think he's been playing well. But to me, Kyle Walker is one of the only ones. De Bruyne, I mean, when he comes back, will
And
be one of the
Rodri.
only ones. Holland, Rodri too is one of the only ones. But I mean, everyone else. I mean, everybody thinks, in my opinion, that Man City has a big squad. Man City does not have a big squad. They just have so much talent that it's like Matias Nunez too. I mean, he's a good player. He could be starting for Wolves still. He could be starting for like Fulham, Brentford, freaking maybe West Ham, Nottingham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. Any of those teams he'd be starting for. He came to Man City, and it seems like he's okay not playing. But at the same time, I mean, when you play all these players because of the injuries they've had, they don't look as quality. And it's really just because the plug and play, when Doku came in, the team was healthy. I mean, of course he's gonna look better. It's freaking Man City, and you're adding, someone. That's why we knew that or we didn't know, but it was quite the consumption that Man City was gonna win the UCL when Erling Haaland came, because that's what they were missing, right? And Erling Haaland was freaking heck of a striker before this, and now they're saying he could be one of the best Premier League strikers if he continues the way he's going. Scoring the most goals in a season, could score the most goals all time. That's what that after the first season, that's what they're talking about. But I mean, we're seeing him slow down, and it's still unreal. It's still an unreal amount. But for sure, I mean, that first season was like unreal, just absolutely unreal. To me, that can happen with any player. I think Conor Gallagher could play really well for this team, especially like Calvin Phillips' departure. But I'm not saying it will happen.
No.
I mean, I love Conor Gallagher, but at the same time, I do feel like he could be one of those players that's not willing. And everybody says they're willing to do something, they're willing to win. But then when they get there and then they're not playing, tensions run however they are. And then, Calvin Phillips, I mean, he seemed like a huge star, and maybe he is a huge star. Maybe he's just not in the right place. He's gotten the chance and it just never worked out. Like freaking Renato Sanchez, I mean, I think he's a huge star. Played 18 minutes and got subbed off after getting subbed on. I mean, it's stuff like that. I mean, not always every player fits in the right spot, Sometimes they're just at the wrong club. De Bruyne, we've seen it. Mo Salah, we've seen it. Odegaard, we've seen it. I mean, we've seen it with tons and tons and tons of clubs, tons and tons and tons of players. Sometimes they're not in the right spot. There are quality players, they're just not in the right spot. Tony Kroos was he was good for Bayern, but then he just wasn't he wasn't the Tony Kroos we know. goes to Real Madrid, becomes one of the all-time great midfielders. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it could be the team, could be the coach, could be the player himself. Like, he's just not comfortable, even if it's the right team, even if it's the right
Mhm.
coach. He's just not comfortable himself. But these players find the right club, find the right team, and they shine. I mean, like I said, De Bruyne, Mo Salah, all have gone on to be insane players. Nico Jackson talked about it with Pochettino.
Yeah.
And then even Jose Mourinho also spoke out about it too. I mean, it's not necessarily, just Mourinho said it's not his fault. It's just, he feels a certain way, the players feel a certain way. It just doesn't click all at the same time. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think Calvin Phillips could do good elsewhere. I think Conor Gallagher is good at Chelsea. I mean, if he wants to take the risk to try to get it, wins, trophies, he very well could. It may not work out. It may work out. He may not play as much. It's just all about players that are willing to buy in with Man City. And I feel like the players they have right now are. I haven't seen anyone that has it or that wasn't willing to. Even Calvin Phillips, to the point that he's at, he's been bought in until it seems like this year. But still, he never has anything bad to say about the club. That's for sure. What was the last one we spoke of? We were on West Ham.
We're
Okay,
West Ham United, so now we're on Fulham.
Fulham, Burnley.
Mhm.
Fulham are cooling off a bit from their reality check from Newcastle. Burnley, don't expect much.
Don't expect much. Even with Raul Jimenez out, he got a dumb red card. Just ridiculous. Like, you would think a player like him that got injured pretty badly, almost lost his career, would be a little bit more careful.
And I do feel like if he didn't do that, if he didn't get that card, like maybe they could have won, or
Maybe,
maybe
who
they could
knows?
have drew, because they didn't score until the 60th minute.
Yeah, definitely. I've talked about him. I think he's always been a really good striker. He reminds me of Harry Kane. He scores the goals. He also helps in building the attack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's an insane. He's an insane player. Just kind of dumb of him to do that sort of tackle. When you, like I said, like, you'd expect him to be more precautious. And that's something like that could
Yeah,
have easily injured him like really badly.
yeah, absolutely. Um, no, I do think that they could have won last week just without the red card, because I mean it was a pretty strong game up until then. Even like I said, they didn't score till the 60th minute. This game upcoming is at Craven Cottage. They play really well at home. Maybe just chalk last week up to the red card, and maybe they'll keep the form. But they're playing hot right now for sure. Uh, let's see, and then we got Luton, Newcastle. I mean that's at Luton, but yeah, that's
Hoping
probably
for a
one of
Luton
the
upset.
yeah, hopefully, but that's probably one of the Newcastle monthly bashes.
Could be.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but there's just something about Ross Barkley.
Dude,
He stepped up a lot.
yeah.
He's accepted his role as of kind of like a leader for this team. He's Premier League proven. He's coming to this newly promoted team. He's fitting in really well. He still has like those little hints of brilliance where
Mhm.
his tackles are just insane. Like, you remember how good of a baller he is.
Yeah,
Like like the young Ross Barkley back in Everton. He's had a lot of injuries, setbacks, but he's still a hell of a player.
yeah, definitely. I mean, former Chelsea man. Um,
Preseason Ross Barkley was a different gravy.
I mean, he's been keeping it up this year, right?
Yeah, no, he's looked
Basically.
really good.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
it's good to see him. He went without a club for like almost a year, I think, like 2022 ish, like late
yeah,
22. And then he went and signed with Nice and back in Luton. But it's good to see him back in the Premier League for sure. He's bounced around a couple of those clubs in the Premier League. Sheffield. I mean Sheffield Wednesday, not in the Premier League, but he was with Leeds, Chelsea, Everton, Villa. I mean, endless possibility. He's been with those clubs, but for sure, I mean, it's good to see him back. He's starting to look, I mean, like top more quality than Luton, but same time, I mean, that's what some of these clubs down there need. It'd be interesting to see if he stood with Luton, if they got relegated or not. But yeah, I mean, maybe he'll go to a different Premier League club. We'll see, but I do think he is working his way back to top form, and as long as he stays healthy, he should continue to be good. He is a quality talent for sure. Next one is Forest Bournemouth. Another game to keep Steve Cooper's job. He should hope to win this one.
This is
I
a
would
must
think
win.
that Forest could
This is
win.
a must win,
Yeah,
especially because Bournemouth. I think they a few points more than them. Let's look at the table.
yeah. They're at 19, and I think
5 points
the
ahead of them.
Forest, 5 points ahead. That closed the
Yeah,
gap.
yeah. You win. You're just behind them. You're just behind them. Like this is a
Yeah, for
must win.
sure.
Absolutely.
And it seems
That's a,
like I said, in their last must-win game against Wolves, they got the draw, but the players like him. The fans were chanting his name. The fans like him. Like, he's a good coach. I think it's just poor timing, poor injuries, but yeah, I mean, this is the one if he wants to stay at the job, and I think he should stay at the job for the rest of the season. But we'll see what actually happens. If he doesn't win this game, I don't see him. I see him being gone by the next weekend probably. Spurs Everton would be the next one that's at Tottenham. I think that could be the actual game of the week versus what
the
we think.
obvious choice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I agree 100% with you. Richarlison going against Everton. He's been playing really good. You mentioned it. He's starting to score. And Spurs, if they want to keep in top four, you got to go against a really strong Everton side that's been playing insane. They're they're stepping up. Like they got the point deduction. Their backs against the wall, and they're giving it their all against every team they're playing so far.
yeah, that's for sure. And then the game of the week so far on paper: Liverpool Arsenal at the Anfield Arena in Liverpool. That's the race for first place. Should be the game of the week. We'll see what really happens.
As a
We'll
Man
see what
City
really
fan,
happens.
what do you wait? What do you want? A draw?
I think a draw would be the best outcome for like as a City fan. But I do think that if any team were to win, in my opinion, I would want it to be Liverpool. To me, the realistic.
We can't stand those
To,
Arsenal guys.
to me, it feels like rivalries are always alive in sports, but there's always really just like that one rivalry that's over the top, And for me, with City, it's been, in my opinion, Liverpool is obviously the obvious one. Even though it doesn't always feel like a necessary like rivalry with coaches, the coaches love each other, they're friends, blah blah blah. But that one seems like a more on the field rivalry for sure. But this Arsenal City one is probably like the most important one in my opinion right now, just because like you just feel the tension. Like you feel the Arteta Pep tension, you feel the on the field tension. Like it's complete. Like the fan tension, everything. It's just all complete. It feels like Arteta just wants to beat the shit out of Pep because he probably Pep is Pep is like one of those guys like he's a dick. Like no for reals. Like he's like, oh, that's my assistant. Like, yeah, go get me some coffee. Like, I feel like Pep is definitely that guy, and I feel like Arteta. Every great assistant goes on to coach their own club, and it could be like it's either like a Mourinho Pochettino relationship, or it's like a Arteta Pep relationship, you know. But for sure. I mean, I think this Liverpool. I hope wins or draws. If someone does win, it's Liverpool. I should hope. Arsenal is probably our biggest competitor right now, and I think these are the two contenders minus Man City that could actually win it. That's see, and then Sunday we actually only have one game, and that's Wolves versus Chelsea at Wolverhampton. Pretty good test, I think, for Chelsea, and I do think that Pedro Neto should be back. Let's
I'm just
see.
hoping we keep it up. You know, we're creating chances after chances. We just gotta we just gotta score.
Yeah, for sure. I think Nkuku's back. I mean, he's back. Hey, like you said, he should play 20 minutes.
20 minutes tomorrow against Newcastle in the EFL Cup
Oh yeah, and
semifinals.
then
So yeah, Pochettino said 20 minutes already. Should
yeah, and
play.
then we should see hopefully some decent time from him in the weekend too. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think he could hopefully come on and score a goal. That would be awesome to see him score a goal. And I don't know. I don't know. I hope he does well. I feel like
I hope, dude.
Chelsea have been looking for they've been dreaming for a striker for years and years and years and years. They've been dreaming for like just a key striker. They hoped it was Lukaku. They hoped it was freaking Tammy Abraham. They were hoping it was Aubameyang. They're hoping it was I can't even think Fernando Torres. I mean, the last good striker they've had is Didier Drogba.
Diego Costa, buddy.
Oh yeah, Diego Costa. I respect to Diego Costa. Respect.
He
I
was
apologize. He was
he
good.
was a menace.
but but still, I mean, it's felt empty since then. I mean, Nico Jackson's good. We thought he was quality talent, but maybe we've been saying like he's just a backup guy. Till he gets a bit older, he gets more experience. But
He has a lot of raw potential.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
for sure.
I think that's why they liked him so much.
Yeah, but Nkuku, I mean, to me, Nkuku, he proved that he could score goals. He proved that he could get assists, in the Bundesliga. So I don't see why it couldn't translate for sure. But yeah, I mean, hope this could be the next striker for them and a legit one, hopefully. Hopefully a legit one. No injury updates on Pedro Neto. Just checked. Still says he could return before the new year, and that was the latest update. So may not even be this week. And then City and Brentford are off this weekend, just because of the postponement for City's game on Tuesday. And then they've just been really tough schedule. Your camera went out, mate. Oh, there it goes. And then Christmas and Hanukkah are approaching. So happy holidays to everybody. Let's move to
Very holly jolly Christmas.
play football
Play footballgames.com.
games.
Not sponsored. Sponsor us.
Not sponsored. It's the who are you? That's what it's called. Not guess the baller, or what did I say? Guess. Oh yeah, guess the baller. Let's go Premier League. All right, let me share the screen.
Aaron Ramsdale. No, I'm kidding.
Sharing. There it goes.
All right.
We're gonna hide the photo, and this is today's, so we'll do today's. All right, who do you want to guess first?
Let's do the man on fire right now, Jared Bowen.
No, it's not gonna do it because it's caps. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, RROD. He is English.
He's English.
Older than 26, shirt lower than 20.
Defender, Harry Maguire. So he's a defender. 30.
He's 30, and he's number 5.
John Stones?
5. Yeah, it's definitely John Stones. No. John Stones is 29. Number 5 is that?
Margay. No, Margay is young.
Yeah.
Um,
Could be Tamori. No, what's number's Tamori?
Dan
Tamori's
Byrne.
number. Could be. Yeah. I think that's it. I think you're right. No.
What? Oh, he's
31.
31.
Dunk.
Oh, Dunk, Lewis Dunk. Yeah.
No.
Wow,
He's number 5 though. Who else could it be? Who's number 5?
that's
We
insane.
have 2 more guesses.
All right. Not anyone on Chelsea. Not Man United. Not Man City. Uh, Connor Cody, Wolverhampton. COAD.
Coventry? No.
No,
How do you spell the last name?
COAD. I think. No. No, I don't think he's number 5.
Number 5. Let's think.
Let's see who else we
We
got.
already said Dunk. We already said Burn. Gay. It's Defender. He wears number 5. Number 5. Number 5.
I don't think he's on Liverpool. Definitely.
No, it can't be on Liverpool. Look at the table real quick and list off the teams. So let's see. Arsenal. Declan Rice is a midfielder.
I was gonna say Eric Dyer, but isn't Højbjerg number 5 for Tottenham?
Yeah, Højbjerg is number 5.
No, can't be him then.
Aston Villa is McGinn, I think. He's number 5. He's a midfielder. Tottenham, who's Tottenham's number 5? Oh yeah,
Højbjerg.
Who's Newcastle's number 5? Oh, no. It's not Livramento.
No,
It
Liverpool's
could be a
young.
fullback. I don't know. A fullback then where's number 5? Manchester United. We got Henry Maguire. It wasn't him. West Ham. It wasn't on West Ham.
Not on Brighton.
It's not on
Not on
Chelsea.
Palace.
There's
Everton.
Everton.
Keane. Michael Keane.
Nope.
Bro, what?
Oh my
Dude.
God. Who's it gotta be?
Should we reveal the clue?
Alright, let's do one. Gotta watch the ad here.
See, that's what happens when you're not sponsored. Sponsor us.
Screen. Cut the
Dude,
screen while
we've
the
guessed
ad
all
plays.
the English number 5s.
I know.
Is there someone in Sheffield? I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, ad's almost over. Alright, ad's over. Plays for Villa.
He plays for Villa?
Who the hell's number 5 on Villa?
Who's number 5 on Villa?
Mings?
No. Wait, is Mings? Mings is kind of old.
I don't know.
Could be Mings.
It could be him.
Because who else do they have? They have Pau Torres.
Yeah, but he's not English.
Diego Carlos. It's gotta be Mings, right? Is he that old?
It's him.
God fucking damn it. I didn't know he was 30. I thought he was like 26. But yeah, look at all those guesses that we're so close on.
I know. Alright, let's go. Yesterday's who do you think?
Let's go. Freaking what's his name? Darwin Núñez.
He's a forward, and where's number 9? Let's do Holland.
Holland.
It's definitely Holland. Oh,
no. Older than 24. I don't know. You want to try? What's his name? Gabriel Jesus. Nope.
26. I tried to draw Pedro.
No, Joe Pedro's younger. What's it called? Have you tried an English striker?
No, we haven't.
Not Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins number 11.
Mm, number 9. Who's Manchester United's number 9? Is it Hoyland? No, Hoyland's 11. They don't have a
Yeah,
number 9.
he's still young.
Brighton's number 9. No.
No.
Fulham. Could be.
Michael Antonio?
No.
I don't know if he's number 9 actually.
Yeah, I think he is. No, it's not him.
No. No, he's too
30.
old. He's 30. Damn, he's 33.
What's the guy from Sheffield? Archer?
Cameron Archer. He's English. Forward.
English. Sheffield? No. I don't know who Sheffield's number 9 is.
No, he's
Older
not in
than
Sheffield.
22. Oh, wait. Older than 24.
He's 26. Right?
Oh, yeah, he's 26 years old.
What's his name?
Number 9.
Wood?
Yeah,
Chris Wood? Or is he? No, he's too old.
Christian Wood's old, yeah. Everton's number 9. I don't know who Everton's number 9. Crystal Palace, I don't know who their 9 is. Bournemouth.
Is it? It's not Rashford, is it?
Rashford wears 10.
Yeah.
Brentford's number 9. I don't know. Fulham's number 9.
English. What's his name? Callum Wilson, or is he too old?
Could be Callum Wilson.
I don't know. I feel like he's like 30.
It's not him. He's 31 though. It's on. Okay, it's not on Liverpool. Liverpool's out. It's not on Man City. Not on Arsenal. Not on Brighton. Not on West Ham. Not on Sheffield. Not on Newcastle. It's one of these other teams. Jared Bowen wears number 20.
What's his name? Who is he?
Richarlison's Brazilian. Think of English striker.
The dude from Brentford. He used to play at Brighton.
I don't know. It's not Solanke. That's Bournemouth. Brentford.
He used to play at Brighton. Can't think of his name. Pretty sure he's English.
Can't think of who that would be. Mbuemo? No.
No.
He's definitely not English. I don't know.
Is it Mape? Neil?
No.
Or is he not English?
Number 9, right? Tony, he's not number 9.
Is he?
I don't think so.
What's a shot? I don't know.
We have one guess.
Oh god, never mind.
Pretty sure Tony wears like 15 or something.
Actually, yeah, you're right. What about? It's gotta be. I mean, it could be Solanke. He's already.
Solanke? I don't think he's English though.
Yeah, Solanke's English. He's a Cobham boy.
How do you spell his name?
SOL.
It's him.
Let's go.
Yay, let's go.
That one was tough. Let's finish off with one more.
Alright,
For good luck. You started off this time.
Let's do Conor Gallagher.
Gee.
He's English. He's a midfielder.
Oh, that's half the freaking league. All right, he's older than
He's older than
23.
23.
I don't know. Ross Barkley. Just get Luton out of there. All right.
Higher than 6, lower than 23.
James Madison. Nope.
Nope. Higher than 10, lower than 23.
Well, that's all of our options. Now we're done.
He's older than 23.
uh,
No, it's not. Calvin Phillips is number 4.
I don't think it's anyone on Liverpool.
Mm,
No one on. I don't think it's
older
anyone on
than
Arsenal.
23. Let's do Joe Willock.
Joe Willock. Might be young.
He's 24, but okay.
Alrighty.
Think of someone with a jersey number between 10 and 23. It's
What? English, lad. I
Okay,
don't know, buddy.
Arsenal's midfielders.
No, I don't think it's anyone on Arsenal.
No,
What about?
it's 19. Midfield at Liverpool. They don't have English midfielders. Villa. City. Tottenham.
I don't think it's anyone on Tottenham.
Newcastle. United. No. West Ham. No.
Could it be Jared Bowen?
No, he's 20.
No.
He's fucking. I don't know why I thought he was English.
Bro, his last name is gross.
I know.
Someone on Forest, maybe?
Older than 23. It's gotta be. Could be Gibbs White. No, he's not number 10.
Gibbs White's too young, I think.
Yeah. It's not. He's not number 10. It's higher than 13 on the age, lower than 23. Higher than 13, 23.
I am absolutely befuddled.
This is hard because this is like literally half the
Is there a
league.
clue?
Yeah, let's do the clue.
I don't know, buddy.
We're on guess 8 of 6.
Let's regroup, buddy.
Blocking the ad. Because we're not sponsored.
Yeah. I don't. What's his name?
I think it's an Ace Hardware ad.
The dude from. No, that guy's. No, it can't be. I was gonna say Harry Wilson, but I think he's Welsh, huh? Dude from Fulham.
It's not Olise. It's not Eze. They're both lower than number 10. It's not Calvert-Lewin. Alright, let's go back to the... Alright, we need our boy Caesar.
For real.
Sheffield. Call Caesar and ask him.
Phone a
See if he
friend.
gets it. Call him.
Bro, I'm recording on my phone.
Okay, hold on, let's call him.
Dude, he's probably asleep.
He probably is asleep, but I don't care. Hey Caesar, we're phoning a friend. We're playing a game on the podcast right now, and it's a guess. It's the guess the player. He's English and he plays for Sheffield. Who is it? His jersey number is higher than 13 but lower than 23, and he's older than 24 years old. but younger than 27.
Sheesh. That's a tough
Gosh,
James McAtee, but that's not.
he's too young.
No.
Yeah, it's a midfielder. Come on, the whole podcast is trusting you.
Whoa, you really put me on the spot right here. I'm all tucked up.
You're gonna be on the YouTube, bro.
The only, the only
We've
other,
been building you up.
the only other player I can think of from Sheffield is that what's his name? No, Egan is a defender. No, it can't be him.
He's got to be white. Think of all the white guys in the midfield. McAtee's too young.
Come on, Caesar, don't let us down. Don't let us
Doesn't know.
down.
All right, let's try it. Okay. I mean, we got close. He wears number 23, but it's lower than 23 and jersey number. That was close. I mean, 3 of the 5 criteria. He's younger than him, and he wears a lower jersey number.
It's not Osborne, McAtee. Norwood? Man.
No, Caesar said no, it wasn't Norwood.
Oh, Norwood's old. John Fleck's old. I don't know if he's on the team anymore. No, I don't even think John Fleck's English, buddy. He's so little midfielders.
He said Ivan said John Fleck's not even English.
Yeah, I don't think he's English. I think he plays for Scotland.
Come on, Caesar. There's got to be like
there's got to be
one
someone.
guy or 2 guys more, maybe, that you didn't think of. Maybe they don't play as much.
The only other player I can think is Souza, but he's freaking what, Brazilian?
Who?
Tom Davies.
Tom Davies, he said.
Oh, he played for Everton.
Ivan said he played for Everton.
Yeah, he's played for Everton.
Tom Davies. It was Tom Davies.
You know. We phoned him
All right.
And he
All right. We got it.
Deep in my bag for that one.
All right, later. Bye. Caesar come through with Tom Davies.
Dude, I didn't know he was at Sheffield, but yeah, he was at Everton.
Final guess. Yeah, for real. But yeah, he came through. All right. Let's close this baby out right here.
Let's get locked in, loaded. And
that was a good run. To guess the footballer is quite harder than it looks.
Especially when you're thinking on the spot, trying to remember, trying to match a face to a number.
Yeah, for sure. But that's definitely probably the best game that they have. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's all we got for this week. Headed into the weekend. We will see what happens. Thank God Manchester City had the weekend off. Whew. My heart can't take it. But we do play tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. And also the U.S. tours for 2025. Chelsea will be coming to the U.S. Club World Cup. Man City will be coming. Madrid will be coming. And it'll be huge.
And guess what else is coming?
What?
The goals.
The goals. But yeah, I mean, shoot. 2025 feels like it's around the corner. All the hype of everything. Freaking Messi's going to be starting the MLS, again with the full season to go. I mean, World Cup's coming. Copa America. I mean, everything's coming. Everything's coming. It's super exciting. We did that interview at the bar this weekend, and
With
you
some
know the
guy
guy
named the Home
said,
Bucket.
"Yeah, they call him the home bucket." Uh, but he said that when he first became a fan of soccer, football, a Chelsea fan in the '90s, or I think he might even said the '80s, but he said that it was nothing compared to what it's like right now. He's super excited. But yeah, I mean, should be awesome. Follow us on everything. Follow us on Twitter,
We're
Instagram,
on Facebook,
YouTube,
YouTube,
uh,
Threads, Reddit.
Thread, Reddit, whatever you could find us on. Follow us, but for sure, I mean, we're doing good right now. YouTube subscribers, get those up for sure. But yeah, I mean, we'll be back on what's today? We'll be back on. We're gonna have to be back before Thursday because Thursday's the first game.
I mean, we already talked about these games, so there's really not much for us to talk about unless we just wait for
Oh yeah,
Monday.
you're right. There's no Champions League.
Yeah, there's no Champions League. So
Yeah, we'll be back on
we will
Monday
see
then.
you guys until Christmas Day.
Yeah, dang, yeah, that is crazy. We'll be back.
We'll be back,
We will be there.
holly and jolly and festive, unless you get cold for Christmas.
We will be there though. But I think that should be we should do like a morning or something, or a midday. A late night one's
Or we
gonna be
can
tough.
pre-record. I don't know, something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Nah.
Anyways, we will be there. Have a happy holidays to everyone. I don't know when Hanukkah is exactly, but I'm gonna look it up right now.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you name it, we're celebrating.
I don't even know how to spell Hanukkah. It's Hun. Hanukkah is December 7th to December 15th. Oh, so it passed.
We missed it. We'll try again next year.
Next year we will be there. But yeah, happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you Monday on Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You were kicking it.
With cabbage cheese.
Yeah,